All right, welcome to today's piano lesson. I think this is lesson like 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I'll put it up on the screen. But we are here and we are going to learn two new rhythms. We actually learned one of them last week. So one of them's going to be a review and the other one's going to be new. And the other one's going to be kind of like a mix. We've done it before, but I'm finally going to make a video on it. So let's go with the first rhythm. The first rhythm that we're doing, it's called the pop rhythm. And this one, you can use this on any song that's upbeat. So it could be used in a lot of styles. And it's pop because it's short for popular. It's a very popular rhythm. So it's our pop rhythm. And this is what it looks like. I'm just going to play up the scale. C, D minor, E minor, F. Those are the chords I'm going to do. And here's the rhythm. I'll play it first and then I'll explain it. All I'm doing is the right hand is counting 4 beats. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, switching 1. So this is just quarter note. We know this rhythm already. So the right hand is doing quarter note. The left hand is going to do 1, 4, and the and of 2. That might sound confusing, but I'll show you what's happening here. So both hands together is going to be like this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's kind of the first part. We're missing one more rhythm, but if you can get this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the basic. That's the basic rhythm. We need one more rhythm, which is the and of 2. So when I mean the and of 2, we actually have to count eighth notes. So we're going to do this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. These are still quarter notes, but now the left hand, we're going to add one more rhythm on the and of 2. So it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And putting it together, it looks like this. We get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So I'll do that again on D. So we get 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. So once you get that comfortable, I'm just going to go up the scale and let's see if we can play along together. Here we go for the beginning. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. D, 2 and 3, 4. E, 2 and 3, 4. F, 2 and 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. If we were to play that with the chord progression, for example, we can do D, A major, B minor, and G. That rhythm would look like this. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 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 3. Again, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 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 1. So that is our pop rhythm. We want to be able to play that on any chord progression and on any one of the songs that we have on the YouTube channel. The other pattern I want to talk about is a little arpeggio that we can do for worship songs. So here's what the pattern is going to look like. I'm going to do C, F, G, A, and start over. Easy chords so you can see this pattern. So the pattern on the right hand is this. Out of the 3 notes that we have here for a C chord, this is our high note, our low note, and our middle note. So the pattern is just high, low, middle, low, and it repeats. High, low, middle, low. So you do that 2 times, and that's 1 count. And the count is this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We complete all of our eighth notes, and that's 1 measure, and we get to move on. So if we do the pattern, the left hand's just going to be a diamond. We have this. With the pedal, if you have the pedal down there, we got this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Going to G, 1 and 2 and 3 and A minor. And again on C, 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and G to A minor. So you can take this pattern for any worship song. For example, if we have Aquí estás. Aquí estás. Da, 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 da. It's a nice little simple melody. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. And it beats always doing just a chord or the split. The split works, but it's just good to have a variety of rhythms we can do. One thing that I am doing, or I would do, the left hand, I would do beat 1 and 4. So that would look like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Just to have a little backup on the left hand. So that's a little ballad pattern we can do, a little arpeggio pattern, we can do for worship songs, or just the stuff that's a little slower. And the new pattern that we're going to look at, I call it Rock 3, because we're using eighth notes. If we're doing our right hand, it's going to be all eighth notes, or rock feels, kind of like crescendo. 1, 2, 3. Right? Eighth notes is all 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But the left hand is only going to do 3 of those hits. So the hits that it's going to do, we actually did it in our first rhythm. When we did the pop, that 1, 2 and 3, 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. That's our rhythm. I'm going to stay on C and just do the eighth notes now. So we have our Rock 3, which is the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... And I think this one might be easier because your right hand is doing all the rhythms and your left hand's going to play with your right hand 3 times, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So that one's kind of easy. And this one, we would use it for faster songs or rock songs. So for example, if we're doing Casa de Dios, I think we have C chord, G chord, A minor, and F. So that pattern would be... So that's a good pattern to start getting into, getting more rhythmic feel. Another thing you could do if you wanted to challenge yourself, instead of doing just rock, eighth notes on the right hand, you can try doing split. And this one sounds better to me. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the left hand still doing the 3 hits of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. What gets kind of tricky here is, I guess, coordinating the top 2 notes and the bottom with the chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and last time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's what that'll look like, and you just move that around. But that one, we will be using it for faster songs. So practice it, be familiar with it, go to the channel and practice along with all the songs, and you should be able to do all these rhythms for all the songs on there, with the exception of the corritos, because that one's going to be straight up corritos. And I think those are in G, if I'm not mistaken. It might be C. I don't remember. But corritos, get that one comfortable, moving around. And you can actually do this for every song. Just because it's not a corritos doesn't mean you can't play corritos. So always find a way to practice everything on every track that's on YouTube. And then just to end off, I gave you this 4-hand arpeggio, which was simply doing an arpeggio the left hand. So we're going to do a C. So we do C, E, G. Right hand's going to do C, E, G. Left hand's going to cross over, play C again. And left hand's going to come under and play C one more time. So we have it 4 times, as in 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to bring it back. So we're going to go G, E, C, G, E, C. This time right hand's going to go over, G, E, C, and left hand comes under G, E, C. Now this one kind of gets tricky because you have to start preparing these fingers to land while moving an octave, or actually 2 octaves if you're coming from here to here. And especially on the way back down, you have to find your different target note, which is G. So we have G, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C, G, E, C. And this is a good challenge because we're always used to starting C chord with C, which is great. But we also have to know that the top of this chord is a G. So when you come back down, G, G, G. You come back down, careful with that. So you can get the practice down, play C. Back down. And then go to D. E, all the way up. As many notes as your piano allows you to do. F. So there you go. So happy practicing. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next week.